I wrote all this stuff down in memos to Hasbro. People ask me, well, how can you tell the difference between the cards, I wrote and the cards somebody else writes? And I said, well, when they write them in the office, they just can't bring themselves to give the guy any faults. It's always, oh, he's the very best at this, and he's the top this, and he's the world's fastest this. I always found that totally boring. I think it's cooler to have a guy who's like really good at something, but he's afraid of the dark or something, or he's a klutz, or he's got issues with socializing, or he hates the cold, or I had a map on my wall in my office in the United States, there was a population density map, and I would consult it when I was doing the file cards. I'd say, well, where haven't I had a joke come from? Duluth. And I would try to spread it around to the whole country, because that way, everybody had something then to relate to. But, 1 year, the guys at Hasbro figured out that I was giving file names to characters of people I knew. So they all said, well, we should give these guys file names of us. So got all these Hasbro employees, being the file names of all the Joes that year. And guess what? They were all from Providence. And I said, well, don't you get it? They can't all be from Providence. There's 2 paragraphs. In one paragraph, you give his basic background, how he acquired his skill sets, and in the next paragraph, you establish the quirks of his persona. It's formulaic, but it always has to be personal. There has to be something that a human being can identify with and understand. I took great pains to spread out the ethnicities. I said, well, give this guy a Polish name, give this guy an Italian name, spread it out. But that 1 year, they were all these Italian guys from Providence.